Hello everyone, welcome to an episode of TooHealthTalk, a show where we get to talk about real health challenges and get to break it down in a very simple and honest conversation. On today's episode, we have a dietitian with us, Mr. Patrick. Welcome on the show, sir.
Thank you very much. How are you doing today, Ray?
I'm fine, thank you. And I'm so happy to have you here and to be with us today. So I really want to know what's really interests you to go into nutrition and being a dietitian.
Okay, so to be honest, it's because of sports. So ordinarily, footballers, everybody just think footballers is just basically they go to the gym and they need their physios, and that's pretty much it. But most footballers actually, if not all, and the top level, that's Europe. Like I know they have dietitians accustomed to them. Even teams have dietitians because they need certain nutrients to be able to keep up with the demands of playing either 2 or 3 times a week. So and like I actually wanted to go into football, so I like it caught my attention. I went to study it and hoping to support myself. Then I mean, we all know that you also like dreams and reality hit. So I was left with the reality of dietetics or nutrition, and here I am. So
Oh.
that's what made me study it.
Okay, that's actually interesting. So now, I know very well that most people say the food we eat gets to have an effect or have an effect in our brain. So
Yeah.
I really want to know like what is the correlation between the food we eat and our brain?
Well, to be honest, how foods affect your brain is due to certain things that happen in the body. For instance, now if your blood glucose level reaches a particular threshold, you become you become tired. You hear people like, "Oh, I'm burnt out," so on. So it's because of your insulin is struggling to regulate your blood sugar level the way it is supposed to. So what we do advise is for you to be able to eat foods that are whole, foods that are from the farm, foods that are rich in fiber. They'll be able to help you control your blood sugar level, and they'll be able to make you not to be fatigued, not to be burnt out. So that's
So
like one of the
so
examples.
now when you talk about these foods now, can you give us some few food or top food that our brain would love to have?
Okay, we call them omega 3 and omega 6 fatty acids, and where you can find these fatty acids are in foods like fishes, salmons, mackerel, tuna. You can find them there. You can also find them in breast milk. So that's why we always advocate in the hospital. Or your child needs to be fed. I mean, your child needs to be breastfed for at least 6 months because that will be able to help the child to be able to help the child to be able to develop well, especially with the brain cognitive function. It helps in doing that.
So now, when you talk about childbirth and okay, giving your child breast milk, is it only that aspect that gets to develop a child's brain, or is there any way, as a pregnant woman, or we would help their unborn child to develop their brain? Because I also had that there's a correlation also between the unborn child and what the woman eats. Maybe that's why most women will say that, oh, they are craving this, the baby wants to eat this, or the baby wants to eat that.
Okay. Oh, that's a myth. That's a fallacy. In order for them to satisfy their cravings, I have never been pregnant, but the studies and the research show that eating whatever you feel like eating, it's not really safe for your baby because some people they go as far as eating charcoal. Some people they go as far as eating salt, just
Wow.
raw salt. Some people they just eat and down pepper. And to be honest, what they are supposed to do is to be able to do their possible best to control this craving so their blood sugar level don't like there are actually a lot of complications in pregnancy if you do not eat well. There's hypertension in pregnancy, there is diabetes in pregnancy. So that's why we always advocate for them to not give in to these their cravings and they should be able to just fight it to some extent and also provide meal substitutes for them.
So now you are saying as a dietitian that it's not healthy for women that might be craving a pregnant woman might be craving might be craving pepper soup or might be craving something their neighbor is cooking. They'll say that, oh, the baby wants to eat pounded yam. So you're saying those cravings are not real.
They are not actually.
Wow. So why do Nigerian women, basically Nigerian women, will tell you, oh, they will disturbing their husband that I want to eat so and so, I want to eat so and so. It's the baby that wants to eat so and so. So those stuff are not real.
Yeah, not really, I'm not a Nigerian woman, but I know it's not because I've actually met patients who gave in to those cravings and eventually they came back regretting and they want to actually fix it. Because the truth is, if you do not take care of your child in the formative stage during the either the first trimester or the second trimester or the last, and you're just eating anyhow you want to eat, when it's time to give birth, when it's time to push, you might not push. Even if you do have a cesarean section, there's a high likely chance that your child will come out diabetic.
Well,
Yeah, they call like your child will come out very big. They call them macrosomic babies, and the tendency for that child to actually have diabetes is high due to you giving into your cravings. That's usually why we do not advise it. It is not easy, but nothing is easy. Nothing good comes easy. So
yeah, true. Nothing good comes easy. So now, if you talk about people say like eat veggies and eat fruits, so how does these two things help the brain?
okay, ugu, ugu and ewedu. Ugu has something called DHA, deoxyhexanoic acid. It is an acid that actually helps in cognitive brain function. So Ewedu has EPA, hexapentanoic acid. It also helps in brain development. So we usually advocate for eating lots of vegetables because of these nutrients that are good for the brain. It's not like they will make you smarter, but I'm sure we all know about like, anytime you see all these gym bros and all, they're always taking protein shakes, whey protein, so they'll be able to grow muscles no matter wherever it is they are training. It's the same way your brain needs it. The way you train your brain is by doing mental exercises, word puzzles, things that actually are exercises for your brain. But in order for you to carry out those exercises properly the way you should, that is why you need these distinct vegetables. For fruits now, any you can take any fruit. Fruits in general doesn't really have like a direct effect on the brain, but immunity, yes, it does. So your brain cannot function well if your immunity is down.
So now, when you talk about you've given us examples of food that are going to help our brain. Is there any food you are going to give us now that will tell you that we should avoid so and so food because this food have effect on our brain?
Oh yeah, foods that are high in glycemic index, ultra processed foods, meat pie, chicken pie, constant taking of all these things. I cannot trust an average Nigerian because when you tell them, oh, you can take this one once in a while, they will go overboard. You tell them, oh, take a handful of granules is good for you. You see them finishing one bottle. You'll be like, oh, you can take a slice of watermelon. You see them finishing half or a whole. That is a lot of sugar entering your body, even bananas too. If I tell like an average Nigerian, oh, take one or two banana, they'll be like, this dietitian said I should take fruit, and we'll go and finish the whole thing. And consuming large amounts of bananas, like sometimes they can finish a whole bunch thrice a week, and that is
Well,
not even healthy at all. I've seen it happening, so I kind of have the experience. I'm just pulling out imagination and all, and it's not really good for them at all, to be honest.
so are there particular food you are going to mention now that have bad effect on our brain?
Okay, ultra processed. I mentioned anything that is from meat pie to a lot of meat pie actually, shawarma, cookies, with what again, sir? Puff
Wow,
puff.
shawarma affects our brain.
I did mention if your blood glucose level is high, it affects the way you think. So shawarma now has a lot of calories in it,
Wow,
and some people eat shawarma a lot. Are you guilty?
I'm not guilty, but I know a
Okay.
friend that eats shawarma. And
So
that
a lot of people like, and you not be like, they'll call you and be like, oh, I'm burnt out, I'm this, I'm that. Your insulin is fighting to keep your sugar controlled. And if you cannot do that, diabetes sets in. But before that happens, you'll be feeling things like the person will be telling you, I feel burnt out, this and that. Eating habit also is not the only thing that contributes. Some people don't sleep well too. Some people don't exercise. So a lot of factors, to be honest. But in food wise, eating ultra processed foods are bad, just like the things I mentioned.
Well, so are there food also that gets to reduce, like, is our stress, something like that, or that gets to, like, calm our minds down, or that gets keep our body relaxed, that gets to help the brain? Like, they say when the body is relaxed, the brain is also gets relaxed. So is there food that keeps us relaxed?
Yeah, Zobo leaves. Zobo leaves, I mean, all human beings are not the same, but usually, most times when someone can't sleep properly, I recommend Zobo leaves. It has a nutrient inside that helps in relaxing the body system. So you boil Zobo leaves, you drink it, and you feel at ease. What again? So dark chocolate. I don't know if a lot of people know dark chocolate, and they are very, very expensive. So dark chocolate is also another thing that actually helps in relaxing or help in giving the feeling, the sensation of relaxation.
So for someone with tight budgets, like
Hmm.
like you just mentioned now, dark chocolate is very expensive.
And
For
you go
someone with,
with Zobo
yeah,
leaves.
so for someone with tight budgets, is there any food that you can recommend that it's going to help the brain?
Yeah, the person can, if the person is eating rice now, the person can just get maybe 2 spoons of rice, vegetable, particularly that cucumber or so. Then I mentioned them or omega 3 fatty acids, so you can get them in fishes. So you just get a fish. Panla would be good. So you can just get like one panla.
Our audience are mostly United States. I don't know this one.
United States.
So now for our food, like for Nigerian food now, like, is there like any food that we consume daily as a Nigerian that has effect on us?
Okay. Gen Z, ba?
Yeah, Gen Z.
I
Yeah.
am I am a Gen Z, so I would know based on experience. I know we eat a lot of rice.
Oh,
We eat a lot of rice and not enough vegetable. Once you recommend, oh, you should be eating like cucumber with it, they'll be like, no, it's bitter. Garden egg, oh no, it's bitter. Oh yeah, what about beans? They'll be like, no, they don't like the taste of beans, or they don't like eating beans with rice. Some people are like that. They just like that rice and stew, and they'll go and pack meat to eat. And the meat isn't bad. Eating beans, like usually when we were growing up, I don't know if you remember, they'll be talking about classes of
so
food.
yeah.
Any food you're eating, your plate should be very colorful. Greener is better. If you're eating a rice, they should be like brown, they should be green, they should be yellow, they should be different colors on that particular plate. And now a lot of people will be like, to eat healthy is very expensive. It's not expensive. It's just you that you don't actually know where to go. There are market days in each market. If you live in Dusi, there's a Dusi market, this Kuba market, there's a particular day. If you go there with even as low as 5,000 naira, you can get a minimum, you can get enough groceries to be able to get you through some days of the week before you go and shop again. It is very possible. All you just have to do is to be intentional about it. That is all. So my advice is the more colorful your plate is, the better for you. And that actually helps the brain in the long run.
Oh, so now there's this stuff I know. Like growing up, I'm hearing that, or even now, I hear that why our forefathers live longer than us is because of they eat way healthier than us.
Yeah, they eat
Is that
natural
true?
foods. Yeah, they eat natural foods. All our foods are processed. Okay, sorry. Most of our foods are processed. To say all is not. Almost every single thing we are buying now, supermarkets, stores, sometimes even in regular markets, you see them packaged. You see them packaged. And it's not most. Some of them are not bad. Something like oats now is not bad, and some other food that I cannot remember. But most of them, any single time, you hear most of them bragging about their large farmlands. You hear most of them actually talking about things that they grew themselves from, and they usually eat whole grains. Whole grains are things that still have their endosperm present and their back. Have you ever heard of brown rice before?
Brown rice, yeah, in the village.
Exactly. So brown rice is very, very healthy. Do you know why?
Why?
Because it has that back, that
Whoa.
brownish content. It has that back has fiber and it is considered a whole grain. Compared to the foreign rice we have, if you notice, you see it crystal white. That one, the back has been removed from it. It's not like I'm against it, but eating brown rice, eating ofada rice, if you cannot find rice, eating ofada rice is actually very, very healthy. It is.
So now there's one important question I want to ask you now. So I hear people say, is there a correlation between memory loss and the food we eat?
Yes, there is.
How?
So, like I said, eating a lot of ultra processed foods within the long run is very, very bad for you. Now, a study in Finland showed this type of dieting called Mediterranean diet, and that diet, like most of the people in the Mediterranean, what they do is they eat. They have on their plates usually they have like foods that are rich in omega 3 acids, fishes because they're close to the sea. They eat lots of fishes, their oil and every single thing. The oil they use is omega 6, which is also very healthy. So most of the things they actually use to cook omega 6 is healthy too. Their rice or whatever it is they are going to do, their carbohydrates is usually whole grain. Their protein too. They grow most of the meat they eat is not from outside, it's actually from their own farms there. So whatever it is that they are doing, they know where it's coming from. They know where it's coming from, and they stick to it. So and they cook. So about 33 to 48% of them, from 50 to 80, do not have dementia, do not have any form of memory loss at all. The studies that are 2025 showed
So
that.
now most that means if you're saying now most of the children that we are giving birth to that has like amnesia,
Okay.
is it because of what their parents were eating while they were pregnant or something like that?
Well, a relative cost sometimes, yes. Whatever it is that a mom is eating, the child has no form of eating. The child cannot eat anything. Whatever it is the mom is eating, it is getting to the child. So if she's eating good, the child will feel it. If she's not eating good, the child will feel it. So and amnesia like is brain distortion. The brain cannot be able to remember certain things at a point in time. Some people they recover from it, some people they don't. Rare cases, children have that, but major cases is due to lifestyle, probably like an accident or maybe collision on the pitch or something. Or yeah, that's basically all I have to say about
So
it.
now lastly before we go, this for people that want to lose weight. This is a bonus for people that want to lose weight that will probably have to watch to the end of this video. So if anybody wants to lose weight now, what can you give like five food you eat for you to lose weight in 6 months?
Okay, I thought you would say 1 month, then I would have been very scared. But 6 months is fine. So first thing you do is called portion control. If you used to eat large quantities, a lot of people have large appetites. So if you used to eat like some foods are very large, you half it. So as you're having it, you're going to be eating lots of vegetables. I'm not talking about the one that only when you're eating Indomie or something, or when you're eating fried rice that you, because you know those meals nowadays they actually like putting a lot of vegetables in it to make it colorful or for the aesthetics of it when you want to showcase. Even on the Indomie packs, if you see it. So I'm not only talking when you're eating when you're about to eat all those things, but portion control, whatever it is you are eating, the carbohydrate to be precise, it should be portioned. Then you eat lots of vegetables, cucumber, um, cucumber, garden egg, avocado, pears, they are fine. You can take nuts and seeds. There's something called healthy snacking. So that means you substitute some people when they feel like eating something, it's biscuits, it's puff puff, it's meat pie, it's shawarma. You forget all those ones for now. If you want to lose the weight you're talking about, then you go for healthy snacking. The cucumber, the garden egg, the granite. That's what you take. Even carrots too are fine. So other than that, then the person has to watch the time they eat. Do not eat too late. Anything above 8, you stop. And you stick to a particular meal time. Breakfast, you have it at a particular time. Lunch, you have it at a particular time. Dinner, you have it at a particular time. All through the 6 months that you want to lose weight. Exercise, you have to make sure you hit 10K steps a day. It's very, very necessary. Eat 10K steps a day. Then, other than that, you have to have a regular sleeping pattern, nothing less than 6 hours. So, all these things in general will help you lose weight. Consistency is key.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for like this enlightenment, and I appreciate the fact that you're able to stretch the fact that we need to eat good to have our brain to function well, or to have like a very good brain, even as adults and as pregnant women and all. So, like, I really appreciate you for coming on the show, and at this point, I want to thank our viewers for watching up to this moment. And if you want to support what we're doing here, please subscribe to our channel, like and comment, and drop your questions in the comment section. We'll get to attend to them. Thank you for watching. See you on the next episode.
Bye.